Good morning, hard job community. Today we have another pre-playoff match between Itsuke and austindisk11. I am 0T, and hopefully this will be a really good match. Both really good players. Just getting ready to start. So, Itsuke is one of the top players in Japan. He's previously done quite well in this TTO tournaments. Austindisk is probably one of the best players in Taiwan. I think that's pretty clear. So this will be a really good matchup, I believe. Let me check that I'm live. Yeah, it looks good. Looks like they're just waiting for start. I guess Austin is waiting for Itsu to respond. But they're both in game, and they're both been practicing. I've been watching them warm up a little bit. I think this is one of the closer matchups that happen pre-playoffs. I think Austin is actually a really good Tetris player. Alright, let's see what's going on. Austin asks Itsu if he's ready, and let's see if Itsu is... yeah, he is ready. So, will they start? On the left side we have Austindisk, and the right side, Itsuke. I'm sure once it starts it'll be exciting, but right now it's kind of wait mode. The private room, so there are some little technical difficulties. Austin and Itsu... maybe we might need to remake the room. Alright, we're gonna remake the room. There's a problem that Austin made a private room, but then I joined before Itsu, and that made me in the player spot, and it kind of broke the room or something. Looks like we have some Austindisk fans in the chat. Welcome. Alright. Looks like we might be ready to go. They have switch sides. Let me switch that. Now I gotta recenter it. Looks like they're saying good luck, have fun. And we're off, guys. Alright. I2K on the left, starting with, he missed a perfect clear setup. Austin does a couple back-to-back T-spins. Pretty clean stuff. Both are in a fairly good position right now, midfield, with the back-to-back preserved. Austin, slight misdrop with the S-piece, and it's actually going to slow him down quite a bit, and unless he gets the perfect pieces, which he does, he was in some real trouble there. He's still getting majorly pressured by I2 there, and I2 takes the first match. It's incredible APM from I2, kept it back-to-back, really clean stack. I think I2 is an incredibly consistent player. He always shows up and is always a monster. Austin has the capability to output just the same amount as I2, but he struggles sometimes with misdrops and a little less consistent than I2, but I think he can do very well in this match today. Definitely has the talent to do so. Clean stack on both sides. Kind of a misdrop on I2's end. On Austin's end. It shouldn't really cause too much if he cleans it quickly enough. He's kind of going through that a little slower than I would have liked. Some nice back-to-backs on I2's end. Austin needs to dig here. He can't afford to try to build for these T-spins, and he couldn't get his eye block over that little hole, 3 lines from the right side, and that caused him to lose there. So now it's 2-0 I2. The score here is accurate. Austin sort of messed up that placement, and he messed up the slide as well, but it's early enough where he has plenty of time to recover from that. And now I2 is the one that has slight misdrop over his hole. Cleans it up no problem though, and is able to access his garbage hole. Austin turns his misdrop into a TSD. Very good stuff. And they're both really low, and they're going to start accepting some garbage to send back. Austin clears up his hole and downstacks a little bit. Very good job. I2 decides to take a lot of that pressure and accept it as incoming garbage so you can send right back. An interesting prop a T-spin single. Doesn't really do much there. It's a good way to preserve the back-to-back though, and look fancy while you're doing it. Stacks an extra block there. The L block he sticks up there. He props it for to get a complete Tetris instead of just a triple. Something that that the higher level players really excel at is turning triples into Tetrises. Send that extra few lines. Some sort of tough misdrops on Austin's side. He's gonna have, oh, he doesn't have an eye block. Yeah, that sucks. So I2 takes another game. Alright, so they're off again. Basic T-spin doubles on both ends. Looks like I2 got the better of the random line acceptance, but Austin clears through his little hole, no problem. Nice back-to-backs building on both ends. They're both pretty low, so they're stacking up a little bit so they can accept some more. Oh, it's kind of tough placement by Austin there. He probably didn't have the pieces he wanted. He hesitated a little bit there before he placed that piece over his hole. So he clearly saw that he was blocking it, but that... Okay, so he cleared through that misdrop a little bit faster than I was worried about. So he should be okay. Aitsu still doing some back-to-backs in his end. So this one looks like it's going to be pretty back-to-back. Looks like they're receiving a lot of lines, so any second it could jump up to the top, but right now they look to be in a pretty safe position. So Austin, instead of using 2 line pieces there, he just decides to downstack a little bit. He wants to stay a little safer. When you're playing an opponent of Aitsu's caliber, you want to kind of try to be a little safe at the beginning, of course, to try to feel out your opponent. He's setting a lot of like singles and doubles and stuff in like three combos, so looks like he gets kind of static with the line sends. Austin, that is, occasionally. It's getting pretty high. He needs to downstack this a little bit. He does. So now he's in a safer position with some dirty garbage underneath, and he misdrops over. Aitsu's going to try to take advantage of this by sending some back-to-backs, and this big misdrop is going to cost Austin the game. And look at this APM in 2 minutes by Aitsuke. Now 4-0. So first perfect clear we see, Aitsuke executes it, and a misdrop over his garbage hole. Oh, that's terrible. It really sucks when you have such clean garbage, and you're in such a good position, you have all the right pieces, but then one of them doesn't rotate completely, and you just die on top of all that attack potential that you have. That's exactly what happened to Austin there. So Aitsu misses his eye block there. It's a minor misdrop, but it'll slow down his attack a little bit. Clears down perfectly to some really nice garbage. Wow, he's sending a ton of APM right now. Austin is doing well in surviving, but he's having to accept a lot of garbage. Some really tough misdrops on Aitsu's side, and Austin should try to capitalize here. Aitsu's really close to getting through it, and he does. What marvelous work there. Austin was sending some back-to-backs, but he just wasn't quick enough with them to capitalize. Some really good timing on Aitsu's part to block a lot of that sends. So now, Austin has a pretty clean field. He should be able to send these in as a couple back-to-backs, but he just downstacks a couple of them after he sends one. Sends some dirty garbage, so Aitsu's going to have to start clearing through some lines, which he does effortlessly. Now Austin clear down to his bottom of his field. Really clean position. Aitsu shouldn't be in any trouble though. He has some really nice garbage to just clear down. We're getting close to 2 minutes. Minute and 43. These players are surviving very well this match. Austin, some cleaner back-to-backs going on here into a little downstack combo. It's going to send a bunch of dirty garbage to Aitsu, and that misdrop might hurt him. He's going to have to... I thought he should have cleared that with an L block, but he kind of panicked a little bit, and Austin takes his first match. So now that he's taken the first match, that means it cannot end in a 10-0. So we're going to 15 wins. no matter what here, guys. So it's exciting for a viewership. Good, powerful first point. Let's see if he can keep it going. He's playing really well this game. He's pressuring Aitsu a lot, and but Aitsu, he's cleared down to his field pretty well, and Austin just abandons that that T-spin because he made a misdrop on the left end of the field, and he feels like he needs to clean that up as fast as possible. Using that T-spin there to cancel some of the garbage that Aitsu's powering out at him. He's going to down stack a little bit here. I think he's doing an effective job. He wasted a T-block in the stack, but he had another one ready. Over on Aitsu's end, he's just powering out some spikes, and it's pressuring Austin a lot. He has a lot of dirty garbage he has to get through. He should have maybe saved that to cancel, but he might be able to get out of this. He needs to... Okay. Barely surviving. Aitsu is not letting off of the gas, though. So Austin is in a lot of trouble, I think. There's still many, and that eyepiece there is kind of troublesome. Oh dear, this is actually really interesting to me. Wow. He wasted the eye block, he should have saved that. Oh dear. Alright. So that's another one for Aitsu. Insane pressure. Austin was on his toes that entire match. He did really well in surviving so long though. Perfect clear attempt by Aitsu. He doesn't get it. Austin needs to clear down a little bit, which he does without a problem. There's a few dirty garbage lines that he needs to clean, but they shouldn't pose any hindrance. Now, it's interesting that he missed that T-spin there. Normally you could have made that like a double back-to-back T-spin, but he decides just to clear through it. A misdrop on Aitsu's side kind of slows him down a little bit, but it looks like he'll be able to survive. Back-to-back T-spin double by Austin into a back-to-back misdrop. See how he deals with that. Probably not as well as Aitsu did with his. That might be one of the weaknesses as far as this matchup goes for Austin. They're both misdropping a little bit. I think Austin may be misdropping a little bit more, but I think Aitsu is a little more effective in cleaning his up. Not that Austin's been bad, just when you're talking about players of this skill level, those little minor differences can really make a lot. And he kind of stuck on the top of his field for a while without getting down to any attack. So Aitsu takes another match. It's 7-1. Alright. Perfect clear starter on Aitsu's side. He misses it. It's interesting that he hasn't gotten a lot of perfect clears. Only one out of these 8 games has he actually managed to get the perfect clear. Austin's got a really nice groove going and setting a lot of back-to-backs. Looks like Austin has an field advantage right now. Aitsu stacks a O block over his field. He tried to use that T-spin to cancel some, but was unable to time it properly, and Austin takes his second match. Aitsu had a perfect clear there. He missed the eye block placement. It's funny, I was just talking about that, and a misdrop ruins his chances to get a perfect clear in that instance. Nice Tetris on Austin's end. Stacked it up over his hole really nicely and cleanly just so he can open up Tetris. He's receiving a lot of lines from Aitsu. He's taking advantage of Austin's stagnancy right here. I think both players are pretty safe. Austin fixes a misdrop and turns it into a T-spin. Austin accesses his hole pretty well, and he's down at the bottom of his field, so he's really safe at the moment. Aitsu just building some back-to-backs. He's really safe as well at this moment. Oh, misdrop over his hole with his eye block is going to be the end of Aitsu for that match. So that's 3 wins for Austin. That really are one of the harder ones to stomach, is when you have such a clean field, you have a Tetris hole down the middle, and it fails to rotate, and you instantly lose. Those are the ones that you just get really mad about. We got a perfect clear on Aitsu's end. Sends a lot of clean garbage to Austin. He cancels some of it, but he builds a nice back-to-back T-spin Tetris setup, and little misdrop on Aitsu's end is going to slow him down slightly. He's being pressured pretty high. He's starting to downstack instead of his clearly planned out stacking. He does well through it though, and it's a really nice stack to continue through. It's one more line to get to his garbage hole. Now he's in a really good position. Austin was waiting a little bit to receive some lines, and now he's going to start his counterattack. Takes a T-spin single there instead of the double. Misdrop on Aitsu's end. Shouldn't be a big one. It's going to slow him down though. He has some dirty garbage he has to work through underneath that. Misdrop on Austin's end is probably going to keep him from capitalizing though. I bet Aitsu gets to this pretty well, which he does. Nice clean stack though on Austin's end. They're flinging around some... I say that, and he misdrops. Let's see, can he get through this? No, he wasn't able to. Aitsu takes advantage of this misdrop and brings it to 8-3. Alright, another perfect clear starter from Aitsu, and he actually gets it. A few misdrops are slowing Austin down, but he's able to access his garbage hole. Let's see, so I think both of them are pretty similar positions right now. Setting some back-to-backs, but a little misdrop on Aitsu's end might slow him down a little bit, where Austin is in a really good position to start building some attacks. Aitsu builds a T-spin double over his garbage, but I thought he really needed to start getting down there, and it doesn't look like Austin's going to take advantage of this though. He misdrops over that hole, so he's going to have to start clearing. Few T-spin singles aren't going to do much to change this output of this game, but looks like Aitsu's actually not sending a bunch this game either. Now I would say that Austin clearly has the field advantage here, and Aitsu's going to start out thinking... He misses the eye block, that might be it. That is it. Aitsu. So, 8-4. Alright, so Both do TKI, mirrored image TKIs. Austin takes the second T-spin where Aitsu just builds up. Nice prop T-spin single there to maintain the back-to-back. He misses the O block, which really hurts his field. Like, he would have had two more back-to-backs there, but he has to downstack instead because he missed that O block. He misses another O block as well, but Austin doesn't want to be outdone by Aitsu's misdrop, so he decides to stack up some S blocks over his garbage holes. He needs another S block to get through that, and he does get it. So it's actually a pretty good downstack there from Austin. Really clean, or left himself in a clean state. Aitsu's just doing some digging on his end to try to clear up his field, which looks pretty messy at the moment. Really nice forecast T-spin double there. I learned the difference between those the other day. Very interesting. A back-to-back misdrop. Aitsu's end. Let's see if Austin does anything to capitalize. Now Aitsu actually turns it into a pretty big, or like a slight combo that he can downstack through in case he received any sends. That was actually really smart in his end. Instead of just going right for the downstack there, since he was relatively safe on the field, maybe around a little less than midway up, he decided to build up a little bit and actually build up a few attacks to possibly counter anything that he would have received there. So, pretty meta play, but Austin didn't end up sending much, so it just became attacks. And really nice downstacking Aitsu's end. He's pretty high up, but some well-coordinated clears get him down to a really safe position. He has a really nicely clean field right now. Kind of messed it up a little bit more than I thought, but he's still maintaining a nice back-to-back. So we have some solid garbage coming up now since we're over the 2-minute point. Looks like Austin has a... actually, he did well in turning that into a T-spin. And now Aitsu might be a little bit in trouble. Actually, I lied because Austin misdropped over the misdrop, so it's another one for Aitsu. Apparently, the difference between a prophecy and a forecast is a prophecy is when you make an overhang for garbage that you're going to receive that hasn't appeared yet. So if you think negative 100% messiness garbage on J-Stress, you know exactly where the hole is going to be, and you can make an overhang before the garbage actually comes up. That's a prophecy. Whereas like a forecast is when you have to actually clear down to you make an overhang over some dirty garbage, and then you clear it down so that it becomes a T-spin. And during that explanation, Aitsu takes his 10th round. I learned this during Morning Pea's discussion on like Friday, so it was new to me as well. I thought they were the same thing. Really clean fields on both ends. Austin's building a little bit of a 3-wide. Aitsu doesn't receive much dirty garbage though, and is in a good position to counterattack. Really nice clean field on Aitsu's end. A little Z-spin there from Austin brings him to a nice state. It looks like we're going to get a TD cannon from Aitsu mid-game. Very beautiful. Well executed. Little misdrop on Austin's end. It's going to slow him down slightly. Another misdrop. Let's see how he deals with this. He doesn't. Alright, Aitsu has a pretty dominating lead right now. 11-4. Austin needs to start taking games. He's gonna come back. Pretty nice clean start just on both ends. Nothing too risky. Some misdrops on Austin's end. He cleared a little slowly, or a little slower than I would have liked. He might still be able to. No, he doesn't get the right pieces. He needed a J block, I mean an L block there, but he did not get it. So Aitsu takes his 12th win. Oh, I gotta straighten up this 12. There we go. Actually, no, that's not centered. There we go. Okay. Really nice clean field on Aitsu's end. He just has so much attack potential here. He's actually sent a lot of dirty garbage under it too, so Austin does well in stacking down. But, looks like Austin's just been on the defensive most of this game. He's worried that it's going to misdrop, which he has been doing. So he hasn't really been in a comfortable position at all this match. When he's safe in his field, I think he plays a little too safe as well. You know, like when he's not clearing some misdrops, he kind of just clears some singles and doubles, which I think he could turn into some more attack potential to try to disrupt some of Aitsu's momentum. This is a tough misdrop. It's I think he's going to get through it since he's fairly low, but actually really nice job turning that into some attack. So it T-spins there, but he misdrops over the... Okay, so we have a triple-double over on Aitsu's end. It's well placed, and slight misdrop's going to slow Austin down. He had to waste his eye block, and he's just missing a lot of blocks at this point. Alright, Aitsu looks like he missed that that eye block, and 2 misdrops over there as well, so Austin has a really good chance to take this match, or this game at least. He misses his own eye block, so he's not gonna be outdone so easily. Let's see how Aitsu downstacks this. Beautiful job. Gets through line after line there, and now he's in a perfectly good state. Austin did a good job not blocking his hole with that eye block, but it looks like it's too little too late. Aitsu takes the match. Really good downstacking on his end. Aitsu's won 5 in a row. Let's see if Austin can change the momentum at all. He starts with a misdrop, so not to be outdone, Aitsu also misdrops, so kind of a little interesting starter battle on both ends, but Aitsu's actually recovered really well, really quickly, where Austin kind of struggled a little bit to get to the same point, but he seems pretty safe now until he misdrops that. Oh, just going to slow him down again. Really nice placement by Aitsu there. He could have had the T-spin double, but he decides to take the T-spin single and have the clean stack instead. He misdrops that S block, but I think he should be able to get through this before Austin sends much. Austin does have a nice hole to attack with, though. Aitsu calmly uses that attack to cancel some of the incoming garbage that that Austin was going to send. Very smart play. He's very well aware of his where he is in the field and his opponent's potential at any point. So Aitsu's actually getting pressured. I thought he was in a pretty safe position there, but he just kept receiving more and more lines, and Austin, he gets a win. Alright, mirror image TKIs on both ends. Austin decides to misdrop his continuance. He misses the eye block too there. That's going to really slow him down. He's going to have to place a lot of blocks before he gets another one. Instead, he's just going to clear some singles and doubles. And he's actually in a good position compared to I2. I2 is... he does a little Z-spin there that cleans up his field slightly, but... I was going to say he was kind of struggling, but it looks like it's Austin that's struggling again because he has another misdrop high up on his field. And I2 takes advantage and takes his 14th win. Alright, it's now match point. I2 only needs to win one game, where Austin needs to win at least 10 in a row. Austin actually takes the perfect clear there. That's the first time we've seen him go for that. And I2 has a lot of nice garbage to work with. He sort of waited there to cancel out a little bit. So some nice timing again on I2's end. It's a pretty decent sized down stack combo on I2's end again. And a pretty nice, I forgot what that's called, donation. He had an O-piece donation to get a TSD. I remembered. I'm so happy. Okay. Austin misses his eye block one more time, and that's gonna do it. That really sucks. Good game, guys. It's 15-5. A tough break by Austin there at the end. Missed his eyepiece and did not have another one ready, so I2 takes advantage. He's always really good at taking advantage of situations like that. So now I2's on to the playoffs. So congratulations to I2, and good luck in the rest of the tournament. And I've been 0T, and thank you guys for watching.